Welcome to a brand new session of easy and simple explanations of important prose works. Today's essay for discussion is Francis Bacon's Of Studies. Francis Bacon, the father of English essays, is the first Viscount of St. Alban, also known as Lord Verulam, was an outstanding thinker of the Renaissance period. He was an English philosopher and statesman who served as Attorney General and as Lord Chancellor of England. Alexander Pope described Bacon as the wisest, brightest, and meanest of mankind. Bacon has been called the father of empiricism. He is a master of the aphoristic style. His style may also be called epigrammatic. Advancement of Learning, Novum Organum, New Atlantis, Essays are the principal works that assured him a permanent place among English philosophers. Of Studies is taken from his work Essays. Francis Bacon begins his essay discussing the three main purposes of studies. Reading for pleasure allows one to develop an appreciation for great writing. Reading for ornament allows one to think and speak with great clarity. Reading for business allows one to rise high in his or her profession. Bacon next addresses problems with three categories. Spending too much time studying leads to lack of productivity. Needless display of learning makes you sound like an empty vessel. Eccentric scholars blindly follow rules and principles. This spoils their inherent talent and judgmental power. Bacon understands that studies should always go hand in hand with experience. He uses a simile in this line. Just like plants are pruned or trimmed in a garden, studies also should be directed by experience. Bacon goes on to talk about the different attitudes that different people have towards study. By crafty men, Bacon means practical men. Such men lack the necessary foresight to realize the value of studies, whereas simple men merely admire studies and those whom they perceive to be intelligent. Wise men put what they read into practice. The value of studies is in their utility. Next, Bacon gives advice on how to read. We should critically read and consider every work that we read. He also categorizes books into three. The books that are to be tasted are to be read only in parts. That which are to be swallowed are the ones that can be read but not curiously. The books that are to be chewed and digested are the ones that are to be read wholly and with diligence and attention. Bacon uses a simile again. The study of books by means of notes, summary, and analysis is tasteless like the distilled water. It lacks the real charm. Bacon moves on to state the different modes of studying. Reading enriches a man's mind. Discussions make him quick-witted, and note-making makes him an exact man. Bacon states how different disciplines influence students in different ways. History makes a man wise, poetry makes him imaginative, mathematics makes him sharp, natural philosophy makes him profound, whereas moral philosophy makes him attain seriousness. Logic and rhetoric help him increase his power of reasoning and argument. This Latin expression is quoted from Ovid. Studies mold our character in a perfect way. It surely changes our attitude upon everything. Bacon concludes his essay by stating how studies of different subjects can cure one of mental incapacities. Just like certain exercises are good for specific parts of our body, certain subjects help us in sharpening our mental abilities. Mathematics is good for making us concentrate. Study of philosophy is good for confusion of thought because philosophy helps us to dissect matters. Whereas law is good for training our memory. Take note of these points and remember Bacon's Off Studies any day. See you again next Tuesday with another important prose work from English literature.